Hi. Hi.
So much. Thank you so much for joining us, Tori. Thank you.
Thanks for having me. Hi,
I was to say your fans were literally calling you by your full given name, being like, "Where is she?" That's like my mother, like Jacqueline Nicole Coley.
everyone.
They're like Victoria Lauren Kelly. Anyway, but no, everyone's really excited to chat with you about Sing. First of all, I know you've been doing interviews all day today for it, but I think it's kind of crazy because this movie, it's just like the feel good sing along one, and your character in this one, like let's just go ahead and say it. She gets to like embrace the love interest. So give us a quick, real rundown on where Mina is this time around. I know you guys are trying to prove that you can make it in, the inside the movie version of Las Vegas.
Yeah, it's. I mean, gosh, I think I can say. I mean, as crazy as it sounds, if you saw the first one, you know how great it was. But they have really outdone themselves. I really feel like Sing Two is. I know it sounds like I'm just supposed to say that, but I cried so much. I laughed, I danced, I clapped, I sang along. I mean, they're just, the whole gang is back together, but this time they're like a family. They're like besties, so it's like they have this big dream to, kind of go the next level. And yeah, it's just like so fun to see. Not only, of course, I've all of the characters have their own kind of new storyline, and um, it's just so fun. I think everyone of all ages, like everyone's gonna find something to relate to in at least one of the characters, and be able to take something away from this movie that's really special.
Yeah, for folks that don't know, which first of all, where have you been? But for folks that don't know, this is sort of a group of like ragtag singers, but when they come together, they really sort of like show that they can make it, they can have their moment on stage. And your character fought stage fright in the first one. And this one, maybe she's fighting love fright. But like you're right, everyone is back. But the thing I think that ties it together is there's songs from every generation. So there's songs that like my parents listened to, there's songs that I listened to when I was younger, and then there's like brand new pop songs that just came out. So it's kind of weird to ask this, but what is your favorite performance from this one? Your favorite song from this one?
Oh, that's hard. I mean, I get to sing some pretty iconic songs in this movie. And then in the last movie too. I still can't get over the fact that I sang Hallelujah and Don't You Worry About a Thing. And in this movie, I get to sing Let's Go Crazy by Prince. I get to sing
Yeah.
I mean, all the songs are so amazing. A highlight I think for me is singing Say a Little Prayer with he plays Alfonso, who Mina
Yes.
is like crushing on, and she has like her first, kind of falling in love experience. Super awkward, and it's great. And yeah, I think just not. I don't want to give anything away, but it's just by her getting to uh, navigate this new kind of what is this thing called love, and figuring that out is really really sweet to watch her trying to figure that out.
Yeah, the I guess the cool thing about animation, but also like the double-edged sword, is for the most part, you guys are recording this in these booths, and you're like separated from each other. And I'm just curious, like where, if anything, I know you guys met each other on the press tour, but have you gotten to spend any time with any of your folks? Like, did you even get, because you have a lot of stuff with Eric Andre this time around, and the banter is just like so quick. Did you guys get to do any of that together?
That that is the crazy magic I think of these animated films is no, we didn't do I didn't do any lines with anyone. It was just me and our amazing director, Garth Jennings. I put so much trust in him, really,
Yeah.
because I'm like, going into it kind of blind, and we don't get to see really any of the maybe we see like a little sketch or like some kind
Mhm.
of a scene, but yeah, you don't really get to see it come together until the very end, the premiere. So it's really really awesome to kind of get to the end of it, and then you like see everybody, and it's like, wow,
Yeah.
but no, I haven't met Eric Andre. I didn't get to actually work with Pharrell, when we were
Yeah.
it's it's like on one end it's like, oh, it's a bummer, but then at the same time it's like it's kind of cool at the end of it to come together and you know, get excited about what we created.
Yeah, Pharrell's character, it's I don't want to leave too much out, but let me just say I hope you guys continue singing with each other. I'll just say that, right? The other thing too I wanted to talk about with this one this time around is the sort of like coming back on it after the reaction, because I know that like you guys sort of released the film and it had its moment, but especially the reaction to you singing in this animated format, because I know you've been singing for forever, but it's different. I feel like the way that you sing in this movie on so many of the occasions. How does that change when you're in the booth and performing it? Like, how does that work? Like, do you set it out a different way, or is it just like I got to belt this out?
That's a good question. I mean, yeah, there's some, it feels like there's some familiarity kind of going into some in a recording booth, you know, saying the lines and singing the songs, but because that, I mean, that's kind of the same thing as when I'm, you know, writing and recording an album. So there's some, you know, I feel comfortable in the studio, but there is kind of there's a difference with these movies when I'm singing the songs because they're, you know, all the people creating the movie and working on it, you know, they have kind of a vision of, you know, they know more than me as far as like, okay, the scene's gonna look like this, and it, I mean, it's very collaborative though too, like we're kind of bouncing off of each other. But Harvey Mason Jr., who did all of the music in the film, I mean, I mentioned earlier how much I trusted Garth, our director, and I also really trusted Harvey with these songs. I mean,
Yeah.
I think I can speak for everybody in this cast that he's so good at pulling out some kind of other performance where you're just like, oh, I didn't know I had that in me, you know, and
Yeah.
to even the songs in the first movie and then now the songs in this movie, and I'm just like, wow, I don't like he's making me hit all these crazy notes, and I'm like, I know I could hit that, you know. So it's I think working with someone like him was so special because he just really has a great ear and you know, has a great sense of like what this whole movie is about and can pull out those emotions.
That's so great. And I do think like it is, you're right. You have to put so much trust in it because you're really kind of operating blind. But the end result is amazing and heartwarming and so charming. And the reason why they have sing-along shows is for movies like Sing. So like, let's keep it real. And it's great because you guys enlist real performers like yourself and Pharrell and Bono, but then there's also like the non-singing performers. But I read recently that you have a like shot call out for who you'd like to see join Sing if you guys get more. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I love the choice. But
Oh,
Dolly, is this
oh,
correct?
yes. I was like, man, that would be. I got asked that, and I was like, who should it be? And she just she popped in my brain. I mean, she's a legend. That would be so amazing, and she would have to be like a really cute character of some kind. I think
Yeah.
we Garth, we maybe she can be like a little like a hamster or something.
Yes.
Like if that's true, I feel like Mina should be the one to kind of carry her everywhere. Because like I was like I called her.
Yay. I
Yeah,
mean, also, oh, well, since I have to ask this, since you said Dolly, what one of her songs, because like Bono does, I still haven't found what I'm looking for. Which
yeah.
one would you want to see for her like spotlight performance of her songs? Because there's so many.
Well, there's so many. I mean, I don't know if it's like you know, the cliche like big hits or whatever, but Jolene is always such a great
Yeah.
karaoke song. You know, everybody knows it. Um, yeah, I think
I would
that
want to see 9 to 5. I would want to see 9 to 5 because maybe she's like,
would.
I don't have time to be a performer. And so like maybe that's like her intro song.
We
Like
need to
this is what I do.
pitch this to her.
Universal, what's up? Like, let's make this happen. I know you have to get out of here. I want to try and maybe get one of your fans' questions before you get out of here, but I wanted you to talk about something as a curly girl myself. I saw that you have a new book coming out, and it made me literally be like, yes, this needs to be written. So I'm going to give you a chance to, if you could shout that out real quick, and I'll look to see if we got any fan questions.
Of course, yeah. I mean, I just I'm so thrilled that I have this book coming out. It's my first time, you know, writing any kind of book. It's a children's book called The Curly Girl Blues, and I'm a curly curly girl myself, and I just didn't love my hair growing up. I didn't know how to style it, what to do with it, and didn't really embrace um, my curls at all. So I thought, if there's a way I can inspire, other young kids who maybe don't like their hair, or I mean, even if it's not about their hair, if they don't have curly hair, I think there's something in this book, for everyone. It's really, I think the overall theme of it is really just embracing what makes you unique, and then also, celebrating each other's differences, and uplifting that, and just celebrating, each other's beauty and our uniqueness. So I'm just so excited for people to read it. And yeah, I'm really happy about the way it turned out.
That's awesome. I will say, of the fan questions, there's tons asking about your next album, tons just basically saying how great and fabulous you are. A ton of them, asking all that. But this is the one I figured we could maybe ask for our fan question really quickly. What was your favorite part of Sing 2? And then maybe that's a performance, maybe that's a moment.
Ooh, that's a good one. Gosh, I'm trying to like not give any spoilers,
I
but
know.
I will say the opening scene
Yeah.
kind of blew me away. I was like, I'm a late processor, so I had to, I was like, I watched it at home because they like I watched it ahead of time on like a link, and so I was able to like rewind it. In the theater, you can't do that, but I was like, wait, what just happened? And I had to like rewind the whole opening scene because it's the colors, and that's the thing with this movie too. I think aesthetically, it's just like so fun to look at, and the colors and just the energy. I feel
It's a big opening number,
yeah.
epic in a lot of ways. Yeah.
And Mina's singing and everyone's singing. It's big. So I think that's one of my favorite parts of the movie. So
Yeah, for folks that don't know, you're at the Greek and you're outside, so that is the ever present Los Angeles hot copters. But I'm like,
look at
yeah,
look
look
at the
at that, I love it.
characters.
Oh, this is so great. That is so great. Well, unfortunately, because of all of the technical delays, we have to cut this short. But I do love and appreciate you for taking the time. Again, folks, Sing 2 is available December 22nd. And Tori, anything else you want to shout out real quick?
I no. I mean, you covered all of it. I'm so hyped for Sing 2. I can't wait for you guys to all see it. And yeah, I love you guys. Thanks for all the people watching.
All right. Well, you have to click yourself out, but thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Good talking.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.